Hey guys, Cindy over paper.old.new. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. As you can hear by I'm tired. But we are going to get into some more cleaning. I am looking at trying to organize my little golden books. I have done a video like this. It was a couple years back, I'm pretty sure, because it was right after I came off of my hiatus. I'm pretty sure that was a while back. But I did a video where I showed you how I take these and I put them into envelopes with paper. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at these 4 books. These 4 books, just like with the kitten books, I worked on 4 kitten books or 5 kitten books at the same time. It was all the books I had that had anything to do with cats or kittens. These are circus-ish. Okay, so we've got Put on a Happy Face. This is a Precious Moments circus book. Okay, and then we have this Circuses in Town counting book. This is an animal gym, but they're doing circus type things. And then this is the Topsy Turvy Circus, which is really, really old. This is probably one of the oldest little golden books I've got. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, just give you an idea kind of the process I go through when I look at these little golden books and put them together into kits. I'm going to set off to the side. I do have this. Remember, we made this in one of our little pocket things where I was showing you what I do when we were cleaning out before, and I was showing you what to do with pockets that I wasn't going to use them the way they were anymore. It looks like I glued it together crooked. But, and then we repurposed them, took them apart and repurposed them. This popcorn one, I'm probably going to use in one of these circus journals. So I have that. I don't know which one I'll use it in. Maybe something will strike me as we go through these. I'm going to start with the Precious Moments books because I have multiple of them. And if you remember in the Little Kitten Golden Book, the Kitten Journal video we just did, I said if I came across one where I had multiples, I was going to use one as the journal and one as cutouts. And that will be what I do. And then I'll just, for the other one, I will save the cover pieces. I don't know that I'll go through the trouble of doing the whole spine thing where I take it apart. But we'll see. But I'm going to go through here and see, these are going to make great cutouts. I mean, I can cut around that. Fussy cutting around that should be no problem. So we're going to have lots of things to fussy cut that we can use in decorating, which I love that idea. I'm going to have to start doubling up on my little golden books because I think having a second one makes it really easy to make ephemera. And then I have a Precious Moments book where I went and I took a bunch of these kinds of pictures out. And we may look at these, like this one with them riding a bike might go okay. I don't know that I would use all of these in this, just because not all of them will go with the circus theme. They would probably end up being in a Precious Moments journal unto themselves. As you can see, the pages were double-sided and I had to make choices. And you know me, guys, I hate it when I have to make choices. So, yeah. Looks like they go this way because I'm hoping to flip them all over. But, like here's one with balloons. That might be able to go in it. And then I had the one with them riding the bike. I might be able to use that one. And then I think I cut out sayings and words and stuff back here. So we might be able to use some of those. So I'm going to put this in the kit just so that I have it to go through when I'm ready. So this will go in here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to, this is a very, I was thinking it would be a lot of pastels, but when we were looking through it just a second ago, I was caught a little off guard by the fact that it's not necessarily a lot of It's kind of those mid-range colors, I guess. Okay, so we've got a clown. I just want to flip through real quick just to get an idea and a feel for what's in here. There's a little puppy dog. The clowns and balloons and the circus in the background. And here's animals and... Oh, I guess he joins the circus. Okay, so let's get choosing. All right, to start off with, I have this summer fair one. Now, I didn't really see anybody like eating popcorn or, sucking on popsicles or, oh, well, there's somebody eating ice cream. So not necessarily a lot of the treats that go in the circus would necessarily be appropriate. Just checking back through to make sure. Definitely balloons. We have a lot of balloons. Okay. So let's go through here and see what we get. I would like the colors to kind of match. I don't want necessarily, I didn't see popcorn or anything like that in there, so I probably wouldn't use a page like this. These might be a little too more fair, less. Okay, now this one I could use. This might be a good one. This is kind of a card, so hang on to that. It's a thought. The confetti is also a thought. Now, remember, these pages that I choose to go in this book do not have to be exact to the scenes, but I would like it to pull from the story some. Probably that one. Oh, and we have cut-aparts, which are fun because I can use those in... Okay, so we got a few in here. We've got... I think we're going to pull this balloon page. Okay. And we're going to... I think I'm going to pull the blue ticket sheet that I found. We're going to do one of these confetti pages. I don't know about the flag page, only because... I mean, these colors are in here. Yeah, why not? All right, let's take one of the flag pages. This blue ticket. Okay, that. And one of these. Okay, so that's 4 of those. I'm going to put this down here. And I have a couple of other ones. So we have this one, which, Buenos dias, so good days. I looked at it, and the reason I pulled it is the pastels. So I was thinking that it would necessarily be like something like this. I was going to say these are all in Spanish, but they're not. That one's not, and this one isn't. There's some in Spanish and some in English. Bottle caps, cars. That's kind of pretty. This is, I mean, no. Huh, that's kind of cute. All the cereal. The stripes is kind of fun. That's different. Oh, and then we're back to this. Okay, I think I'm going to pull the stars. It looks like there's 2 of everything in here. The only reason I would pull this is because it goes with these tents in the back. I don't think the yellow is the right yellow on those other pages. I'm going to pull this one. So like this. I don't think that's... Well, I mean, maybe. Just reminding. All right, I will pull this one. The other thing this does, by the way, just in case you were wondering or not, it helps me to use up scrapbook paper, right? Like pads and pads of scrapbook paper that are laying around. See, I was thinking maybe something like this. With all the pastels, something kind of fun. Ooh, or maybe I should do one of these bow sheets. Do I have more than one? Okay, so there's this blue one with the bows. There's also a pink one with purple bows. There's a couple of places where they're wearing bows. All right, let's flip through the pad quick. I love this pad. I'd love to be able to collage like this. Just random, crazy, and it looks good. I feel like sometimes I feel like my brain doesn't work this way, and I want it to. Okay, there's a yellow one. I pulled a yellow piece. Oh, that's very gray. That's too bright. This one or the one at the back? I don't think I like the lips for this. See the lips? I don't think I like the lips for this. This, though, maybe. That's got the lips. I don't think I like the lip idea. Not for this book. Although, I do have a picture. It's not in the circus book, but I do have a picture of the Precious Moments kids kissing. All right, let's do one of these. I like collage, so we're going to do one of those, and we're going to do one of these. Because there are several of them that are wearing little bow ties. Okay. So that's out of the 3 pads I pulled. The next thing, of course, is to figure out I need to cut them down. So it's going to be a matter of figuring out how tall they need to be. And getting them all cut. For these ones, we will definitely be cutting off that end. Okay, now how I do this. So I'm going to take these out of the way, and I'm going to take one of these books, and I need the pages to be the right height. Okay, now for a little golden book, your pages go from top to bottom of the book. There's no overhang of the, what do you call it? There's no overhang of the book, right? So basically what we're looking at doing here is I take the paper and I'm going to have my big long ruler, which I put up here. And I have to have my big long ruler. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take the book and I'm going to line it up. I'm going to show you one and then I'm going to cut them all and then we'll come back and try and see about putting the kit kind of, I don't want to say together, but kind of together. Okay. So it needs to be here. I don't have my... Okay, so I just mark it like that. And then I'm going to turn this. And I'm going to line this up on one of the lines. And we're going to cut this off. Now, remember, I have been telling you that I go through and when I make my pockets and stuff, I try to make sure that I save all of my pieces so that I can make ephemera as I go. Make ephemera for this book from the stuff that I've got. So that way I have background paper or, whatever, and I can make ephemera cards for my pockets or little booklets. Like maybe I fold this over and make a little flippy card doodad thing or, whatever like that. So we hold on to these and we hold on to this. Now that I've cut this, I just want to show you something. Now that I've cut this, these are 13 inches wide. So these papers will fit in here. Now that I've cut that down. All right. So I have to decide right now, like, I don't want to fold that in half yet because some of my pockets are made by folding this one off center and another one off center and then matching them up. If you've never seen me do that before, we can go through and do that and I'll show you what I mean. But it's the way I make pages for little golden books because when you fold a piece of scrapbook paper in half, it's more narrow than a little golden book. These are more than 6 inches wide. Your pages need to be more than 6 inches wide. So we're going to, let me go through and cut all of these. Okay, so all of these have been cut. I've got a strip and a page size piece. And basically all I'm going to do right now is we're not putting anything together right now. All I'm doing is binding the papers, creating the kit. That's all this is right now. So I'm going to put these in here and we're going to close this up. And then I usually slide the book in the back like this so that I can see it. And then this will go on a shelf ready for me to pull it. Now, granted, once they're all up on the shelf and I'm looking at them like this, I'm going to have to look at them to see what books are in there. But I can pull them down and I can look at the back real quick and I can say, okay, I want this one or I don't want this one or, whatever. And that's how I pack these up. I wanted to go through another one with you just to look at how differently the papers get selected. So since all of these have flips, what I'm basically going to do now is we're going to go through same 3 pads. We're going to start with this one, okay? And we're going to go through the books and we're going to look and see if there's anything in these books that I like to go with the pictures here. Okay, so this is your big top and all your animals and your tents. Okay. It looks like they're having tea and pancakes. It's kind of funny to me. All right, let's see what else we got. Going through town. It looks like the animals took charge for a little while there and everything went crazy. Maybe that's what they mean by topsy-turvy. Uh-oh. There's an extra page in here I'm going to have to attach. That's interesting. Anyway. Okay, so this one's going to be a little harder just because there's not necessarily a ton of that other stuff in here. What I can do, though, is I do have a book, a packet of animal prints, and I might get a couple of the animal prints from there. But for now, what I think is I would go through here and take things like pattern pages. So we've got blues and reds. This is bold colors. So let's see what we got in here. Well, I think we'll do one of these. There's a lot of red throughout the book, so I think we'll do one of these. I like stripes. I'm debating on this gingham. I can't decide if that aqua is really the right color. This blue might be, though. Let's get one of these. Ooh, maybe one of these. A lot of stripes. I'm pulling a lot of stripes. Let me pull this, though. I might make cards out of that, just because I think it would be fun writing paper. Okay, so not a lot out of that one. I don't know that the pastels is really going to have anything we want. Unless I pull like a yellow or... Unless I pull like... See, I feel like that's the wrong color green. Is that the wrong way to look at it? Am I getting too finicky? I feel like I might be getting too finicky. Plus, I might be able to yellow it up some. And I need something other than stripes. This was what I was thinking. One of these. Okay, so those out of there. So that's some patterns. And then we'll get some collage-y things out of here. So we did have some collage with some animals in it. Let's just see if we have any animals that fit with our groupings and have, or anything that would go color-wise. Not the pastels, not the bows. And if I do the collages, it's probably going to be these ones, like the real crowded ones, because they're darker. They're closer to the color palette that I want. Come on here. We got a frog. There's a cat. I kind of like this one. I mean, I know for the most part it doesn't go at all, other than, I don't know. For some reason, I just like it. I wish there was a giraffe on one of these. If there was a giraffe on one of these, I'd grab it in a heartbeat. Should we do the bows? Is anybody doing bows? Oh, pink. Guys, I don't know. I don't know if I should do one of these or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be fun. Okay, I'm going to open this up and we're going to look at it. See, this is the thing. I feel like when the whole thing goes crazy and everything's topsy-turvy, these would be perfect. Just for the fun of it. All right. We're going to do it for the fun of it. Ouch. I think I gave myself a paper cut. I'm going to do the orange one and the yellow one. Okay, and then this is going to get clipped. This is the papers I've chosen, for better or for worse. Now, of course, I've taken these out of here. I will say this, at any given time during the process, if I look at these papers and I say, no, absolutely not. That does not go. I'm not using it. I don't want it. Any of that sort of thing. Obviously, it's not written in stone. It's art. It's, So we're going to put this one down here. And then we're going to move to the animal gym. Let's see what this one looks like on the inside. Okay, we got animals. What? I might actually get that animal skin paper for this one. Monkey bars, balance beams. Ooh. A hippo I'm going to have to split in half. That's the other thing. The orange sheet in the crazy. This might be more an animal one than a circus one. I might have to rethink this one. It looked circusy, but it's not. I'm doing my circus ones right now. All right, let's see what's in this one. This is a counting book, so there could be all kinds of stuff in here. There's bears. Oh, my pages are still stuck together. We're doing the same things over and over again? Seems kind of silly. Circus. Trapeze. Bears. Elephants. Jugglers. Horses. Doggies. Camels. And then we go back through and see everything again. Okay. Circus is in town. This one might get some of the stuff that's not in it just because of the nature of the colors and the actual circus. Like maybe one of these. I know, I went quiet. Trying to think about what I would put in this book. Oh, that's messed up. I might be able to get away with this. I'm going to pull it. I think this one is going to have to get, like, mussed up some. I'm kind of upset that there's not a, like a tint. Maybe it's not. I might have to look at some of my other pads for these guys. Okay. We could go with a crazy blue. I think if I was going to do the crazy on these, though, I would do the, like, this page. This one like this. Did not want to come out of there. I think one of those, and I'm thinking a pink one, maybe. That's the orange one. Ooh. Disco ball. No. No, that might be the pink one. Yeah, because then I think the pink one looks like that. Oh, I can't decide. Okay. So we might only get a couple of pages out of that. I might take this one out of here, I think. Where is it? I wonder if I could get away with this. Okay, cool. The one I wanted was this one. Now, my odd man out is this guy. So finding something that would tie those colors in might be a good idea. I just don't know if it's going to be in this pad. I might have to go back and get one of these stripes. Of course, I also said that I was probably going to end up having to go into a different pad altogether. We will do that. Okay. So this one's all over the place crazy. Oops. And a lot of that has to do with the nature of the book. This book is older, and the art style is not necessarily anything that I can duplicate. So I'm just kind of trying to stay within the colors. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. This was how I go through. Now, the next thing I'll do so that I can fit these into their envelopes, and I wasn't going to make you sit through another one of those, another watching me do that, is I'm going to measure the pages and cut them. And then I'll get everything into the envelopes, and I'll have 3 little kits for the circus to work on at some point down the road, and they will go up on a shelf. I have several of my little golden books stuck into envelopes, but I haven't looked for papers for them. And I may pull those back in. I also have stacks and stacks of loose paper from, the Ollie's hauls and all that. I mean, at stacks. that I'm going to have to go through at some point and look and see if any of those would go into any of these kits, because it would be a great place to use some of the stuff that I got. So, but that's the process. This is our cleanup for today. I'm going through and organizing all my little golden books and seeing if I can get them all processed into envelopes and shifted to a shelf, and then easier access for me to, because right now, this underneath here, underneath this table, is a shelf that I can barely get to that has all my little gold books on it. And I have to get down underneath the table and crawl up under there to look at them and sort them. And yeah, I'm just getting too old, guys. I just, so, that's going to be it for this cleanup, idea. I'm going to keep moving with it, and I will let you know when we start, moving on to something new for cleanup, because I still got plenty of stuff to clean up. And I will talk to you guys soon. God bless. Bye-bye.